blessings, Francis?
I can do, yeah.
Lovely. Okay. Super. That'll be great.
Say hello. Your phone. Is it buried under there?
I don't know what happened to Kevin.
Was he here just before?
Yeah, he said that he was going to reboot his computer so he could get his picture up. So he was here.
Say hello. I got my granddaughter is crawling past on the floor because she wants to be seen.
So actually, Ros and Linda, can we just have a very quick word at the end of the session with just the three of us? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Ooh, why do things, when people say that, I always feel as though I'm being summoned to the headmaster's office.
I promise you it's nothing like that.
I obviously have an inherently guilty conscience.
It's bank holiday weekend, so some people might have gone away.
Yes, that's true. I know Danielle's got something on next door. She might come a little bit later. I hope so.
It's like
Hmm?
we put our Friday night service last week. We put it on Zoom because the building that we're in is not, as you know, is not overly secure, and our security people were away. So in the end, we went on Zoom. So this is all we had on Zoom.
Oh.
We wouldn't have had many more. We would only have had the same. We would probably have had one less in the actual building, so one of them wouldn't have been able to have got there. So,
Oh gosh.
so yeah.
Yeah.
And I shared one of your services. I thought,
Good.
you know what? I've got all these services. I might as well share one.
Absolutely.
Well, I just don't know what bank holidays are now. I mean, as a retired person.
Well, I am looking forward to not having to set my alarm at 5:25 in the morning to be able to leave the house at 7:25 to go to Letchworth to get the girls to go to school in Hitchin and then come back again.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
the other day I had to leave my car in the garage because it needed a new clutch, so I couldn't go on Tuesday. So I thought, I'm going to get a lie-in. And what happened on Tuesday? The cat was sick, a massive fur ball on the bed at 5 o'clock,
lovely.
and at 6 o'clock needed the toilet, so used the litter tray, and it had to clean that up as well. So I didn't get my lie-in.
Oh dear.
Well, my usual getting up time now is 8 o'clock.
I wish. I wish.
Lucky you. Lucky you. Nice that it's still so light.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to give Harry a call.
Rachel.
Oh, here's Kevin.
Rose?
Yes. Is Martina doing a session this Tuesday?
Yes, she is.
Because I think the dates in the newsletter didn't have this Tuesday. I think the 12th was the next one.
Oh no.
I think, yeah.
Oh no, that's not right. Should be should be this Tuesday. Gonna have to send a message out on Monday if that's so.
Let me just double check.
Hi Kevin.
Hi Kevin, you're muted.
Oh, I'm muted. Muted. Best thing for me. Just wishing you Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
If only we could
Shalom.
mute you sometimes in real life.
Yeah, I know. If only we had that power. It's mutual as well.
Hi Brigitte.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom. Sorry,
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm getting in at the last minute. My apologies.
Not late.
Hello, Mike. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, are you well?
I'm all right, thank you. Yes.
Very good.
Absolutely. Good. So,
Yeah.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I think we're going to get started. So, unless you're reading or speaking, if you don't mind muting yourselves. And Linda is going to share the screen with us, as usual. And Francis is going to light candles. So
I like now.
no, hold on. One more page. Two pages down after this page. There we go. Are you happy to read that little paragraph as well, or would you like me to?
I can do it. The one
Yes.
on the top.
Yes, please. Lovely.
And draw near, eternal God, as working day turns to Sabbath rest. You have been with us all the week, and yet we have often forgotten you. Now, kindling these lights, we say your name, remembering the love you have shown us, and in gratitude and thanks we turn to you to bathe our hungry souls in your kindness. We praise you, eternal God.
Set off the smoke alarm.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. No, down to Linda. I'm not going to do that. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon, mi melech malchei hamelachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Shalom aleichem, shalom aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seidchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hans, do you mind turning the light on? Yeah, thanks. Okay. Chadodi. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmianu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nei ocha, ki hi makor habaracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Did we do likrat Shabbat? Yes. Hit orari, kiva orech kumi ori, uri shir daberi, kavod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Boi b'shalom ha'ateret ba'ala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. And on to the Baruch Hu. Yai la lai 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 lai, la la lai 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 lai, la la lai 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 lai, la la lai 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 lai, la la lai 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 lai, la la lai 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 lai, la la lai 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 lai, la la lai 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach. anyone like to read the next paragraph for us? Please feel just to unmute and read.
I'll give it a go.
Thank you so
Right.
much. Thanks, Mike.
We praise you, eternal one, our God, sovereign of the universe, whose word brings on the evening, whose wisdom opens heaven's gates, whose understanding changes times and seasons, and whose will sets the stars in their courses in the sky. You make day and night, rolling light away from darkness, and darkness from light. You make day pass and bring on the night, and separate day from night. You rule the hosts of heaven. We praise you, O God. I can't say the last bit.
Whose word makes evening fall.
Thank you.
Baruch atah Adonai
Right.
ha'ma'ariv
Ariv
aravim.
Aravim.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Hmm.
Okay, and this is all about God's love. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amecha ahavta Amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Hukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shachbeinu Uvkumeinu nasiach b'chukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha Uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayenu Be'orech yameinu Uvahem nechke yomam v'layla Nechke yomam v'layla Be'ahavatcha al tasur Mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael Ohev amo Yisrael And on to the Shema. And this is the one that was written by a past member of Northwood and Pinner Liberal Synagogue, who wrote this while imagining the Israelites in a camel train in the desert. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Adonai Echad את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Anyone like to read this paragraph for us? Thanks, Rose.
Right, worked out how to unmute. All this we hold to be true and sure. You alone, Eternal One, are our God, and we are Israel, your people. You have freed us from oppressors and delivered us from tyrants. You led us out of Egypt forever to serve you in freedom. When we witnessed your power, we praised your name and gave thanks. Willingly, we accepted your rule, and then, full of joy, we sang together.
מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, ונמקיפתה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אדוני גל ישראל. And this extra prayer that we add in on an evening prayers to ask God for protection, which is very relevant and pertinent at the moment. Ushmor tzeitenu voenu lechaim uleshalom me'ata ve'ad olam, me'ata ve'ad olam, me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim, ufaros aleinu sukat shalomecha, me'ata ve'ad olam, 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 מעתה ועד עולם. Which leads us into the Amidah, standing prayer. Except we don't usually stand now that we're on Zoom. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Yala lai 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 Adonai. Yala lai 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 Sfatai Tiftach. Yala lai 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Yala lai 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 Adonai. Yala lai 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 Sfatai Tiftach. Yala lai 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Yala lai 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 Adonai. Yala lai 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 Sfatai Tiftach. Yala lai 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, Hail Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם. מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך? מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי המתים. קדוש אתה ונורא שמך, ואין לנו אלוהך מבלעדיך. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. We praise you, Eternal One, the Holy God. Just take a moment to think of how beautiful this day. I mean, it was such a beautiful day with the sun shining. Thank goodness for nature and the world of nature. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Anyone else like to read this paragraph for us?
I'll read it.
Thank you, Linda.
Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu, ritzevim nuchatenu, kadeshenu b'mitzvotecha, v'tein helkenu b'toratecha, zabeinu mituvecha, v'samkenu b'shuatecha, v'tahei libenu le'ovdecha be'emet, v'hanhilenu Adonai Eloheinu, ba'ahava uvratzon Shabbat kodshecha, ba'anuhu va Yisrael mekadshe shemecha, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh HaShabbat. We praise you, O God, for the holiness of the Sabbath.
Amen. Thanks, Linda. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amcha Yisrael utfilatam be'ahavat hakabel utehi leratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha Baruch atah Adonai she'otcha levadcha v'yirah na'avod. We praise you, O God, whom alone we worship in reverence. Modim anachnu lach, she'ata hu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu le'olam va'ed. Tzur chayenu magen yish'enu, ata hu ledor vador. Nodeh lecha unesaper tehilatecha, al chayenu hamasurim biyadecha, ve'al nishmotenu hapekudot lach, ve'al nisecha shebachol yom imanu, ve'al niflootecha v'tovotecha shebachol eit. Erev v'avoker v'tzohoraim. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, ulecha na'eh lehodot. We praise you, O God, source of goodness, to whom our thanks are due. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol eit v'chol shah bishlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Baruch atah Adonai, Osei HaShalom. We praise you, O God, the source of peace. Take a few moments for silent prayer. Oseh shalom mimramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yaseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol bnei Adam. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol bnei Adam. Thanks, Linda. Shabbat Shalom to Rani and Jenny.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. On Wednesday, I went to Golders Green to visit a friend. Nearing the main street, I found it was blocked off by numerous police cars and ambulances, with helicopters flying overhead. It was shocking but not surprising, as Rabbi Jonathan Wittenberg said on Newsnight that evening, to realize that another attack against the Jewish community had taken place. My thoughts are with the 2 men who were hurt and their families, and all those who witnessed the murderous rampage by the knife-wielding attacker, and all of us who live with a little less security each day now. MP for Golders Green and Finchley, Sarah Sackman, commented that Jews should not have to live smaller lives as a result of the current rampant anti-Semitism. Chief Rabbi of the United Hebrew Congregations, Ephraim Mervis, talked of the resilience of the Jewish community, and that's what we are called to be now, more than ever. Resilient and proud in our Jewish identity and secure in our Jewish values and in the strength of our community. How do we go about doing this? On Sunday, Harry and I went to listen to Rabbi Ofek Meir, the managing director and principal of the Leo Beck Education Center in Haifa, talk about pluralism today. Actually, he really shared with us his vision of the values we as Jews need to hold dear in order to live meaningful and fulfilling lives. Ofek began by quoting the Genesis texts in which God creates humankind, B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of God. Male and female equal, all of us from the line of Adam. This, he claimed, is the big message of Judaism. The Torah begins with this: everyone is equal. And that universal principle is expanded in the words from Leviticus chapter 19, Ve'ahavta l're'acha kamocha, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Your neighbor here, though unfortunately interpreted by some as your fellow Jew, surely means all people. We are in a Jewish community, but the goal has to be universal. Thirdly, the Torah instructs us multiple times in how we are to behave to strangers. You shall love the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. Ofek also pointed out that the last word before the Shema is ahava, love. And immediately after we say ve'ahavta, and you shall love. So faith is rooted in love, and that was his basic message throughout. In the Talmud, Rabbi Yehoshua said, there cannot be a study session without new ideas. And Ofek talked about the importance of creativity and critical thinking. He quoted Nietzsche, who said, creativity is what we need the most. If we can imagine a better world. These principles need a framework, a space to put them into practice. And he talked of community, Hebrew, music, and time, sacred time, as important ingredients to help us do that. He also mentioned disagreement, which is a basic of Talmud, as an important element. The conversation is what is most important, and it's okay to disagree, but disagree respectfully. And he finished with the story of Hillel and Shammai, rabbis who led two famous opposing schools of thought, in which a prospective convert came to them and asked them to teach him Torah while standing on one foot. And Hillel responded, "That which is hateful to you, do not do to another." That is the entire Torah. The rest is interpretation. Go and study. Well, this is a very brief summary of Ofek's words. The end goal, he concluded, is to be good to each other. Simply that. And to hold on to our values and principles, even in the face of the anti-Semitism that we are facing here, and in Israel, the betrayal of democracy that is being perpetrated by the extreme right-wing elements in the Knesset. In Israel last week, you may have heard that in Modi'in, Dr. Alex Sinclair, a Jewish educator, writer, and peace activist, was accosted by a man for wearing a kippah that displays both an Israeli and a Palestinian flag. That man went to the police to report him, and unbelievably, he was detained by the police, locked in a cell, and had his kippah removed and his phone and laptop confiscated. When he was finally released, he asked for his kippah. At first, the police refused to return it, and eventually they did so with the Palestinian flag cut out of it. You can see the images if you want to have a look on the internet. Orly Erez-Lichovsky from the Israel Religious Action Center, Iraq, wrote about this shocking incident and the violation of Dr. Sinclair's civil rights. She commented that this event, of course, among others in Israel, as we know, violates basic principles of democracy. Because democracy is not merely majority rule. Democracy is the ability to hold space for difference. It requires protecting freedom of expression, freedom of religion, and human dignity. It requires maintenance of the rule of law and a police force.
We've lost your sound, Rachel. But you're not unmuted. You're not muted.
That's weird. Hang on a sec.
You come back again now.
Oh, when did you lose me?
About a couple of sentences ago.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't the beginning of the service, so you don't have to do it again.
We lost you shortly after rule of law. We lost you shortly after rule of law.
Oh, okay. So I'm quoting from Orly. She's talking about democracy not merely being majority rule. It's the ability to hold space for difference. It requires protecting freedom of expression, freedom of religion, and human dignity. It requires maintenance of the rule of law and a police force that understands its role is to protect citizens according to the law, not enforce the government's preferences and positions with violence. This is not only a violation of democratic values, it is also a betrayal of Jewish values. Our Judaism, she wrote, the Judaism of the reform in Israel and America, but the progressive movement, and of Israel's vast liberal public, is not a Judaism of coercion, it is a Judaism of choice. A Judaism of compassion, justice, and peace. A Judaism that cherishes civil debate and difference of opinion. A Judaism that teaches these and those are the words of the living God. A Judaism that reveres every dispute in the name of heaven. A Judaism that reminds us that all human beings are created in the image of God. A Judaism that commands us to love your neighbor as yourself, not just those who agree with you. So her words very much echo what Rabbi Ofek said on Sunday. And her words, I think, are relevant and pertinent to us too. May we have the courage to stand up for our values and principles, to not be cowed by the attacks on us, to be strong and resilient in our identity, to have hope for a better, kinder future, and do what we can to bring that time to pass. This afternoon, many progressive rabbis came together on Zoom to share thoughts and experiences. It was a moving and powerful moment, really, for all of us. And it is our hope that a statement will ultimately come out from it. Rabbi Naomi Goldman summed it up at the end when she said that we must abhor anti-Semitism and what is happening, but still remain committed to building a world built on peace, kindness, and justice. Ken Yehi Ratzon. May this be God's will. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'd actually, before we go back to the Aleinu, I'd really like to share with you this beautiful message that we received from our friends at Harrow Interfaith. It was sent to us by Gopal Bachu. I was really hoping that it would be sent out to all MJC today, but maybe it will go out on Monday. And he has written on behalf of all of the Interfaith group. We condemn in the strongest possible terms the attacks targeting the Jewish community in Golders Green. Our thoughts and prayers are with those affected and the wider community. We are grateful to all the emergency services, including the Community Service Trust and Shomrim, who responded so effectively and professionally. Violence against Jewish people, synagogues, schools, or businesses is anti-Semitism. It is not protest, it is not political expression, and it can never be justified. Every person has the right to live, worship, and gather without fear. When Jewish communities are threatened, be it in Manchester, Harrow, Brent, or Barnet, the promise of safety and pluralism that we all rely on is broken. Synagogues are houses of worship, learning, and community. To target them is to attack the basic right of people to gather, pray, and live without fear. There is no political grievance, no cause, and no context that justifies anti-Semitic violence or the desecration of sacred spaces. Every person has the right to practice their faith free from intimidation, harassment, and violence. Hate symbols and attacks on Jewish institutions have no place in our society. We commit to supporting communities of all faiths and none, to reporting hate incidents, and to building a culture where difference is met with respect, not threats. We also recognize that words alone are not enough. We encourage members of our community to check in on one another, to use reporting channels if you experience or witness anti-Semitism, and to join interfaith and community efforts that foster understanding and enhance interfaith dialogue. We need accountability and action, and the courage to call out anti-Semitism at all times. Hate seeks to isolate us. Solidarity answers by bringing us together. To the Jewish community, we see your pain and your resilience. An attack on you is an attack on all of us who believe in a society built on mutual respect. We stand with you, and we will not be silent. I think that's really quite a wonderful message.
That's lovely.
Yeah, it's really good. It's good to have such messages and know that we do have friends in the community.
I don't know whether anybody else has said, if I may say so, there's actually been two circulars from the local police that have gone round to residents trying to reassure them, which I'd be happy to share if anybody wants actually to see them, which again I thought were impressive from the local police. And also just to mention that there is this book that has just been published on progressive Zionism, which again there has been coverage in both the Guardian and the Jewish Chronicle this week, which strives to make the point about the right to express your view, but with respect within the community. But I just mentioned that.
Thank you, Jenny. I haven't seen those, so I would be interested to see them at some point. Thank you.
Me too, please.
So we now turn to the Aleinu, which is that prayer for universal understanding, cooperation, and for a world that ultimately will live in harmony and peace. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, אשר שם חלקנו לייחד את שמו, וגור עלינו להמליך מלכותו. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו. וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. And it has been said, the eternal God shall rule over all the earth. On that day the eternal God shall be one and known to be one. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. It is hard to feel serene when our world is not complete, when those who once brought wholeness to our life have gone. Yet in the emptiness their passing leaves behind, we are not alone. For we have the companionship of the living, and even our loved ones who have died live on in our hearts, for what they were is part of what we have become. And this Shabbat, in the liberal community, we remember on the occasion of their yahrzeits, Abraham and Pauline Butler, the grandparents of Brigitte Levin, Phyllis Norman, the mother of Ari Norman and grandmother of Lee Norman, and Sandra Zients, mother of Kevin Zients. And in the Reform community, we remember Anne Stolber, the mother of Elaine Sinclair, Bert Greenhill, the father of Elaine Abrahams, Betty Friedman, the mother of Richard Friedman, Derek Kopitko, the brother of Leslie Kopitko, Eddie Goodfield, the father of Pauline Pike, Erna Valdez, the aunt of Sandy Simonis, Gita Alpert, the mother of Ziki Alpert, Harry Katz, the father of Joan Noble, Jack Lynn, the father of Barbara G., John Middleton, the husband of Linda Middleton, Joseph Pollock, the father of David Pollock, Michael Barnett, the friend of Robert Vincent, Ron Berg, the brother of Wendy McLeish, Sidney Kingsley, the father of Richard Kingsley, Tilly Davis, the mother of Paula Goodman, and Vivienne Block, the sister of Arlene Howard. Are there any other names that anyone would like to mention of people that you're thinking of in particular this Shabbat? We honour our loved ones best when we live as they would wish, responsibly and happily, even in the shadow of our loss, and so draw closer to the source of life, in whom every life finds meaning, purpose, and hope. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chaye chon u'v'yomei chon, u'v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv, v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah, mevarach le'alam u'la'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei dekudasha barichu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol b'nei Adam. Ve'imru amen. May great peace descend from heaven and abundant life be granted to us, to all Israel, and to all humanity. And let us say,
Amen.
Amen. And to you, Brigitte, and to Kevin, and if anyone is on live stream and observing a yahrzeit, we say, Hamakom yenachem etchem b'toch sha'ar ha'avelim. May the eternal God comfort you and all who mourn. Amen.
Amen.
Am I allowed to do announcements now or later?
No, I'm just gonna count the Omer.
Okay.
First of all.
Okay.
So, as you know, we count the days from Pesach, Passover, to Shavuot, that journey of the Israelites from freedom from Egypt to responsibility and the receiving of the Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat haomer. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You sanctify us by your commandments and enjoin us to count the days of the Omer. Hayom shloshim yom shehem arba'a shavuot u'shnei yamim la'omer. Today is 30 days, which are 4 weeks and 2 days of the Omer. So we're more than halfway through. So, Kevin, yes, please, if you have any announcements, now would be a good time.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Rachel. This, as we know, it's been a very difficult. It seems every week there's some sort of difficulty, but I think being so close to home and also you being in the area at the time, I think we all there is a degree of fear when we go out, but we just carried on. I'll say something encouraging. Me and Rachel have been since Wednesday, for various reasons, we've spent quite a lot of time together, chatting, and one of I think some of our themes are light at the end of the tunnel. There's always hope of that. Acts of kindness, and dare I say it, humour as well. You had to keep going. And one thing, there's a lot I could take away from your sermon, but the one I like the best is the idea of reading the Torah with standing on one leg.
Oh.
So I might bring that up at the next RMP meeting, whether we can have that.
I think it's understanding the whole Torah.
Okay, but okay, I need to work that. And just to say tomorrow, you can't keep me that quickly. We've got Rachel is leading the service tomorrow. We look forward to Rachel coming back, but it's student rabbi Rachel Berkson. So we look forward to you joining us either in person or remotely. So that's me.
Can I make a couple of announcements, please?
Of course, Rose, go for it.
So first of all, next Sunday afternoon is the AGM. So it would be really good if that's the 10th, I think, isn't it? It would be really good if as many people as possible were able to attend. And also on Tuesday this week, Rabbi Martina, I can't remember what her last name is.
Loregian.
Will be doing the second in her series about Shabbat prayers. There is a mistake in the newsletter because this Tuesday isn't shown, but it definitely, Rabbi Rachel confirms that she definitely is doing it this Tuesday. For anyone that didn't go to the last one on last Tuesday, it's well worth attending because there's so much to learn.
Thank you, Rose.
Jenny wants to say something.
Yes, can I just mention that if anybody is interested in hearing what Rabbi Olfek said, there was a recording made, which is available through Southgate Progressive Synagogue. You might be interested in that. And also to say that there is next week on Wednesday, there is a film, Levy, those of us who are interested in mental health issues, on Wednesday, but you do need to book. And then, as you would expect me to say, the next Beitenu is next Friday. And we've had a break for Pesach, but we're back in action.
Thanks, Jenny. So we're going to finish with Olam Chesed Yibaneh from Psalm 89, verse 3. And actually, you probably don't need to share it, Linda, do you? We'll just do the Hebrew. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. So it's about building this world with love or with loving kindness. Ooh, la 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 la. Ooh, la 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 la. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, la 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 la. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai, dai. 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 Ooh, yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai, dai. Ooh, yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai, dai. So we finish with a concluding blessing. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless us and keep us all safe from harm. May the light of God's face shine upon us and be gracious to us. And may God's face be turned towards us now and always and to all over the world and bring us the gift of peace. Amen.
Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Please feel
Shabbat
free to
shalom.
unmute and wish each other Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.
Brigitte and Kevin wishing you lots of strength and many happy memories.
Thank you.
Be safe, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Hi, Ben.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Be
shalom.
well.
Thank you very much, Rachel. Kevin, I wish you long life.
Thank you, and same to you, Brigitte.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Linda,
Thank you, Rania.
sharing screen and for hosting the Zoom. So, shall we just go to Kiddush? Thanks, Haz.
So you can see everyone. Oh, that's it.
ויבוקר יום השישי, ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם. ויכל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה. וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו. כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon lanu zikaron l'maaseh bereshit kihu yom techiva lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim Ivanu v'acharta Yotanu kidashta Mikol ha'amim B'shabbat kodshecha Be'ahava uvratzon Hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh Hashabbat L'chaim.
Okay.
Yeah, different tune.
And Linda, if you can stop the screen share. And I think what we really need to do this time is, I think everyone needs to put their arms out to the next person in their on their screen, so that everyone is surrounded by a big group hug. Come on,
Yeah.
everyone's arms.
And we've got a hollow. I've just realised we've got a hollow ourselves. We didn't get out, so if you can bear with us, it won't take long. And if it's just in the fridge getting it, so everyone with a hollow somehow find a way of connecting.
Well, everybody make a way of connecting. Absolutely.
So here we go.
Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. A big group hug and the Teavon.
Shabbat